Hey guys, welcome to my newest video. It is the answers to the Q&A video I did. Kind of happy because I actually won 2 contests today. Well, I came in second in Puckbond 007's contest, and I didn't even watch it till a few minutes ago, and then I went, oh, that's the contest thing for Cinema Dust's contest, and I couldn't believe it that I won. Let me in. I was like, oh my god, I've won 4 DVDs today. Ah. So, a little bit on cloud 9. But, so I'll just get started. First question was from Delph Wizard, my buddy from formerly known as Film Talk. He goes, how do you get that bored when you own 1,324 movies? Well, I don't own that many. I only own 1,188, but I get bored really easily. I can't watch certain movies. Yeah, it's kind of a lame reason, but whatever. And then he realized he could ask more than one, so I'll just zip up to this other one. It says, what's the best surfing movie, Point Break or Surf's Up? Point Break. I'm not going to choose a kids movie over Point Break. Like, come on. And his third question was, you're constantly putting yourself on camera. How do you feel about everything in this day and age being on camera? I'm cool with it. I mean, if I hated doing this, I wouldn't even bother doing it. But it's like everything's on camera. It doesn't bother me at all. Question number 4. If I made you a poutine, would you come see me? Yes. And number 5, there's like a 5 and 5A to this is, you got a favorite Guns N' Roses song? If so, why? I do have a favorite Guns N' Roses song because I am a child from the 80s and 90s, so I do have one, and that is November Rain. So, why? I've been a fan of Guns N' Roses since like 1991 when that song came out, and I was 10, so I've liked Guns N' Roses since. So, yeah, there. Questions from Delph Wizard. Thank you. And from Mike, aka 81 Oak Ridge STF, wants to know what I do for a living. I work night shift at a place called Real Canadian Superstore. It's kind of like your guys' Target, in a way. It's Target or Walmart. I'm what they call a spotter. I take a pallet of whatever groceries there are on it and put it in the right aisle. And it's kind of funny because I used to cut the groceries and then put them on the shelf, and I hated that because I'd have to start at midnight and get off at 7 a.m. But I mean, I would get dropped off at I'd get dropped off at 11:15 and have to stick around, work, not even punch in. So I told them I want to be a spotter, and they thought I was crazy because they know I have some back problems, but I mean, if I can do 2 full pallets that are about 7 feet tall in 35 minutes, when people who've been doing spotting for 2 years takes them 2 hours to even do 2, then I think I got the job. Question 2, what's your favorite and least favorite DVD in your collection? I don't have a least favorite, because if I did, they wouldn't be in my collection. My favorite would have to be my E.T. Ultimate Collector's Gift Set, because that is my favorite film ever made. Number 3, who is the most influential person to you on YouTube, or who motivated you to start doing videos? I actually can't remember who motivated me, because I've been doing videos for 2 years. And I can't really pick, because there's a few. There's like at least 10 of them who are influential to me on YouTube, so I can't really answer that. 4, what do you feel about rape scenes and child killing in movies? The child killing part I can't answer because I haven't seen that many films that have child killings in it. I think maybe Rambo, which came out in 2007, but I mean, it was only for a glimpse. As for rape scenes, it depends on the movie. I know that's kind of a weird answer, but like in horror films, they don't bother me, but if they're in drama kind of things, like for example, one that was in your most disturbing rape scenes video, I think, which is Boys Don't Cry, that, which I agree, that's probably the most disturbing one I've seen. But yeah, I know it's kind of a weird answer. Some of them, and the funny thing is, some of them bother me, some of them don't. Which is funny because in the original Spit on Your Grave, Sallow, and Last House on the Left original, and Cannibal Holocaust, all the rape scenes in that did not bother me because they looked so fucking phony. And yet the two that were more realistic than anything were, of course, Irreversible and Boys Don't Cry. I know I kind of weak answer on that, but I think you're kind of asking the wrong person about that. So thank you, Mike, for your questions. Next one was from DVD Collector 96. Have I seen Black Swan? If so, what did you think about it? Haven't seen it. Not putting down $12 to go see a drama in the theater. Yeah, costs $12 to go see a movie up here in Canada. And if I do that, it's gonna be mute. It's gonna be action, sci-fi, horror, or comic book, not drama. What was the worst movie of 2010 you saw? Couldn't answer that because I didn't really see a lot. So I know a lot of people didn't like Wolfman, and I liked it, so I can't really say. In the Oscars, and his last question was, in the Oscars, which film do you want to win Best Picture of 2010? I've only seen 2 of the films, but I really want Inception to win, even though I know it won't. I'm sick and tired of all these fucking dramas winning. It's like, wish the Academy would actually go to, go out instead of getting old farts with pot bellies doing the voting, maybe someone around our age. So, so thanks for your questions, DVD Collector 96. Next ones are from Elastic Pop. What's the toughest thing about your illness? Not knowing what the hell it was. And I'm just going to leave it at that because, I mean, if I talk about my illness, I mean, I'm going to spend the rest of the video talking about it, but I think you all know what the deal was with that. So, favorite actor / actress, I'm a huge fan of Harrison Ford. He's one of my childhood heroes. So needless to say, even dramas with him I will watch. Favorite actress, I love Angelina Jolie. I don't care what anybody says about her. I just love it. Love her. Love it. 3, if you could meet one person, who would it be and why? Couldn't answer that, hun, because there's about 100 people I would love to meet, both dead and alive. So, yeah, sorry I can't answer that one. So thanks for your questions. Next ones are from Puckbond007. Well, number 1 I'm not even going to answer because that's a list too long, which was, who's your favorite schmo YouTuber? Schmo is what we're called on JoBlo.com. Again, list too fucking long. So I'm not even going to touch that one, dude. 2, what is your favorite James Bond movie? Daniel Craig's Casino Royale. Not because it was the newest, but I mean, after the last 2 with Pierce Brosnan, The World's Not Enough and Die Another Day, which to me seemed more science fiction and more CGI than anything. I love the fact they went back to almost the Sean Connery era, where you did have some of the gadgets, but not a lot, and all that. It was a great story, great score, great everything about that movie was just great, and you forget that it's a James Bond movie, that you just think of it as a great movie overall. So yeah, what is your favorite remake? Well, I'm gonna split that because there's 2 of my favorites, one in horror, one in suspense or action adventure. The horror one is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, and for the action adventure suspense mystery one is the Thomas Crown Affair, with Pierce Brosnan, actually, because I never liked the original one with Steve McQueen, because when I think of Steve McQueen, I think of the Cooler King and all that. It seemed too out of place to see him in a business suit, and that even he looked very uncomfortable wearing the suit. And with Pierce, who played Bond, and Remington Steele, it fit him so much, so that's why I like that. What film would you like to see remade? None. That's it. I've had enough of remakes. Move on. Do an original story, for Christ's sake. It ain't that fucking hard. So, thanks, hon, for your questions. Next ones up are from my buddy Justin, Ryan1988. I love his first question. First, do you know how awesome you are, Sarah? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You guys just gotta remind me. 2, what are 5 films that are considered classics you haven't seen? You actually asked me this on Skype when we talked. I haven't seen Citizen Kane, The Third Man, Touch of Evil, Paths of Glory, which was in EJ's contest, which I really wanted the War Pack for, because I want to see that. And, well, actually, there's another one that I really want to see, a classic that I haven't seen, and that is Metropolis. I really want to check that out. So, what do you think of Ghostbusters 3 coming out, and why? I'm jazzed, but I mean, I've heard so much blah about it. Like, they're making it, they're not making it, so I'm kind of holding off my opinion on that for a while. So, 4, what are 5 films you are looking forward to seeing this year? Cowboys and Aliens, the Winnie the Pooh that's coming out, David Fincher's version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, yeah, Transformers 3 is on that list, it's just not high, and I can't really choose between Captain America and Thor, but it's those ones. Skittles, Starburst, or M&M's? Skittles. I don't want to be on your bad side. Though I love M&M's. Not really big on Starburst. But I do love Skittles. I mean, I was raised on Skittles. And M&M's. So, thank you, hun. I am going to say his name wrong, but it's Mike K. GTA. He asked me, what was the film that got you into movies and collecting them? Well, the film that got me into movies was Superman, which I saw when I was only 7 months old. But I remember seeing that. As for collecting them, I really didn't start collecting them until I was a little bit older. And I think it was actually The Goonies that really started me collecting movies. So, yeah. A weak answer, but, how many more questions? Actually, you guys, I'm gonna stop it here, because I am at the 12-minute mark, but I don't want to go fast, so I will just end it here, upload this, and then put part 2 up in hopefully in a while. So, thanks to the ones who, rewind. Thank you to the people whose questions I already answered. Thank you for your questions. I shall see you in part 2.